Welcome back to the Cabral HouseCall. I'm Stephen Cabral, board-certified naturopathic doctor, and today I just went through one of my favorite episodes ever. It's called Nothing Matters Until You Find the Root Cause. It is what eventually led me to understand what all of the different health issues I had going on. I was always tapping into all the surface-based things I could do. Oh, I'm not supposed to have this food, or I'm supposed to take this specific herb for more energy, whatever it might be. But it wasn't until I actually found out what my underlying symptoms were, my underlying root causes of my outward symptoms, that I finally got well again, that I finally kind of achieved the level of energy, body transformation, mental clarity, all of the things that I wanted in life. It wasn't until I figured out that root cause of what was going on with me, and sometimes it's multiple things, that I was able to get well again. So please do tune into that episode. It really is one of my favorites, and it kind of demystifies why you have the issues that you have right now going on and why you haven't been able to figure it out yet. So check that out. All right, first question today is from Shane. Shane asks, what's the number one thing I can do to begin feeling better? So I don't want to rehash what I just kind of talked about in terms of like finding that root cause or whatever it might be, because that is the underlying thing that's going to eventually take you to where you need to be at that ultimate pinnacle. But what's the first thing you can do to begin to feel better? In my opinion, it really is cleaning up your nutrition, even more so than exercising, because eating a poor diet is going to leave you pretty sluggish. It's going to leave you with brain fog, fatigue, all of those things. So my favorite thing to do is, what's the first thing you can do to begin to feel better? I really love the 21-day challenge. You can use our Dr. Cabral Detox by Equilibrium Nutrition. That's the one that we specifically use as kind of like hitting the reset button. I mean, people feel amazing using it. But you can also just start with maybe just not doing a full detox and just using our Fatlocity nutrition plan, which is just eating cleaner, decreasing inflammation, balancing blood sugar levels, eliminating the most common food sensitivities. I mean, it's amazing. It really has worked well for over a decade now. But also, you can do any challenge you want for 21 days. I just want you to do it for more than a week. And the reason is, a week is fantastic, but just get that 21 days under your belt. You're going to lose at least 10 pounds. You're going to have more energy. Your skin's going to look clearer. You're not going to have that brain fog. You're going to feel better if you're following a good, wholesome, elimination-based diet, a great nutrition plan, and something that's going to just boost your energy level. So then you'll want to exercise more. Then you'll want to look more into doing more of what you're already getting, right? Because that gives you that win. That gives you the success that you need to say, hey, you know what? I'm on the right track. What I'm doing is working. Let's do more of this. So I highly recommend that. You can do the full-blown detox, which is going to work the absolute best. You can start with just the nutrition plan. That'll work great as well. Or you know what? Sometimes I just say, pick something that you've had a lot of interest in. Maybe a group of friends are all doing the same thing. Why not start there? Start with something that motivates you, that gets you excited to do more and be more. So that's my suggestion, Shane. Hopefully you take that into consideration. All right, our second question is from Victor L. Victor is asking, do you really think it's possible to lose 20 pounds in 1 month? So, there are a lot of nutrition plans out there, a lot of books out there that say they can help you lose, 21 pounds in 21 days, 20 pounds in a month, whatever it might be. But I want to give you the honest truth. And the truth is that for you to lose 20 pounds in 1 month, you do need to be over 40 pounds away from your goal weight. Meaning, like, if you're exactly 20 pounds away from your goal weight, you're in pretty good shape. You've probably done a lot of great things already. You might have been doing some, cleanses, detoxes, intermittent fasts, elimination diets, exercise, all that great stuff. But even if you're only 15, 20 pounds away from your goal weight, I believe that you could lose all that 15 pounds or so, 20 pounds in 1 month. Now, for the average person who doesn't think it's possible to lose that 20 pounds in 1 month, it is, because you're more than the 30 pounds, 40 pounds away from your goal weight. Now, you do have to really focus on the plan. You have to be completely dedicated to it. But if you're 50 pounds away, 40 pounds away, or more away from your goal weight, your first month, you could absolutely lose 20 pounds in 1 month. And I know that sounds like hype and fantasy and all of those things, but to be honest, it's the truth. And it's the truth because I've seen it happen literally every single month in my practice. I'll give you a couple caveats to that as well. Unfortunately for women, it's much easier for men to lose that 20 pounds in 1 month or even 20 pounds in 20 days. I've seen that happen multiple times. They have more muscle mass. They're a little bit more metabolic. They have more testosterone. They have more of those things that hormonally help them burn body fat to a higher degree. However, women I've seen lose that 20 pounds as well because sometimes they're holding on to more toxic water weight and their bodies are more swollen, not necessarily with body fat, but with just water retention than guys because they might be more estrogen dominant. So it can work for both people, but men and women, but for different reasons. So here's the thing. You have to be really focused and really on top of this. And here's how people lose that 21 pounds in 21 days or 20 pounds in a month, which was your question, is what they're willing to do is at 1 to 2 days a week of a green juice or detox-based intermittent fast. So meaning like for 1 or 2 days a week, what you're doing is you're focused on just really cleaning your body out. And that only happens when you're not putting food in it. It's a process called autophagy. You probably heard me mention it before. You may not even have ever heard it before anywhere else. And it's the one thing that I'm trying to bring to people, at least in this year of 2016, because people don't know about this process. It's amazing and it's meant to heal our bodies. We use it in anti-cancer-based therapies. It's used all over the world for rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune-based disease, all sorts of things. What it does is when you're not putting harmful-based meat proteins and other things like that in your body for a couple days, it allows your body to then scavenge all these proteins and other pathogens in your bloodstream, and it decreases inflammation to a dramatic degree. And when you decrease inflammation, you're also going to help regulate blood sugar levels, and you're going to start burning body fat to a far greater degree. So here's the thing. You absolutely can do it, and I want you to set it as a goal. Don't be discouraged if you lose 17 or 18 instead of 20, but I'm telling you, you will lose 15 plus pounds, 20 plus pounds in a month if you follow something like a true elimination-based diet with 1 or 2 days a week of an intermittent fast where you're just using a detox-based shake, a greens juice-based drink where there's no fructose in it, it's just greens, no fruit. That's very, very important so that you're just getting the good nutrients into your body. And then you're following a healthy meal plan those other days so that you can still get your amino acid protein-based requirements, all of those things. Again, I don't want this to be a sales letter, a sales podcast for my product, but it is guaranteed. That's the nice thing about it. If it doesn't work for you, then just return it. I mean, that's the bottom line. I'm only doing this to help people, and I have no problem if you say, hey, you know what? It didn't work for me. Totally fine. We do a 7, 14, or 21-day Dr. Cabral Detox. It's what I use in my own practice. It's the first thing I recommend that people do once they've kind of plateaued or they're just not in a space where they want to be. They want to feel better. They want to look better. So why not? I mean, it works phenomenally well. You simply just follow the 21-day detox exactly as it's written out. We have people all over the world using it. We ship to the US, we ship to Canada, and we now ship to the UK as well. And people actually get it shipped to one of those destinations, and they ship it then to their friends or wherever it might be in other countries. Unfortunately, we just can't export to other countries right now. So, Victor, it's always your choice and what you decide is best for you, but you absolutely can lose 20 pounds your first month really diving into things. All right, so let's move on to our last question, and that is for Robin T. Robin is asking, what do you do for kids that are picky eaters? Okay, great question. I have a 1.5-year-old, Carly, and 3.5-year-old daughter, so 2 daughters. And the first one, the 3.5-year-old, is a little pickier of an eater. She always has been. She's been a little bit more particular. So that's kind of where we get into the nature versus nurture, right? Like kids are born a certain way, that's for sure. That's their genotype, and their phenotype is kind of what they become. So, but she does eat veggies. She eats all sorts of great things because we've been giving it to her since she has been younger. But she's still picky with certain things. So how can we get your kids, Robin, involved in the process? And, how do I do it for all my clients as well? So one thing is, about 25% of my entire practice my wellness practice is actually children. We work on things like food sensitivities and autism and ADD and ADHD and eczema and psoriasis and cradle cap and all sorts of different things, colicky babies. What we're doing, though, is we're always making sure that we make nutrition a huge part of the foundation. And so here's how we get kids involved in getting them to be less picky eaters. So I kind of gave it away. We get kids involved in the process. Kids are naturally curious. They love to model what adults are doing, and they also like to play games. So we can make it a little bit of a game. If it's possible to take your kids food shopping take them to those outside aisles in the supermarket. Let them pick out some veggies and some fruits and different things like that and say, hey, we're going to make smoothies today. We're going to make smoothies this weekend. What type of fruits do you want to put in your smoothie? Let them pick out some fruits. It's so fun. Kids are like, oh, I want to juice some berries or some whatever it might be. And that's great. You can actually put in a little bit of spinach. Say, hey, what do you think it would be if we tried a little spinach? And they might say, that's crazy. You're not supposed to put spinach in your shakes, but you can try. You can put a little bit in there. Hey, how's it taste? So you can do those things, or you can kind of sneak the spinach in after the fact, which a lot of parents do as well, just those green leafies. So take them food shopping and then get the blender down to their level on a low table and have them add in all the good stuff that they want. Have them press the blend button. Kids love to do that, make the smoothie themselves. And then share it with them. You have some and they have some. Give them their own little cup. My daughter loves that. She has her own little smoothie cup. And I make smoothies every morning, and she gets some. Both of my daughters, actually, my 1.5-year-old and my 3.5-year-old, both get a smoothie every single morning. And I can add their multi to that. I can add all their good stuff that I want in there without them even knowing it as I'm pouring it as well, because I can just mix it right into that little smoothie. So get them involved in cooking. Get them involved in making smoothies or even gardening. If you have that ability to actually have like a rooftop garden, if you're in the city, or an outside just small little garden that you can just grow lettuce or grow carrots or whatever it might be. Get them involved in the process. That is the number one thing I can say that will get them to be less picky eaters and actually get to enjoy a lot of the healthy things that will also be lessons for life that they can take with them always. So hopefully that answers your question. It is one that I'm passionate about talking about because I love helping this next generation of kids to grow up to be much healthier and much better ambassadors for healthy living than we have right now. Thank you everyone for tuning into another Cabral House Call. Before you go, I wanted to make you aware that as a loyal listener to the Cabral concept, I want to make sure I'm always providing with great real-world usable content and rewarding you with listener-only specials. So for the month of April, my goal is to help you involve more of your family and friends and even coworkers in their quest to lose weight and get well. And I believe there is no better way to do that than through the Dr. Cabral Detox. You lose 5 to 10 pounds in your first 7 days and improve your overall well-being, guaranteed. So this month, I'm going to take $20 off the 14 or 21-day Dr. Cabral Detox so that you can share the 14-day with one friend or family member and the 21-day with 2 friends or family members. It's more motivating to do the detox with someone else, and I know you'll both be happy you did. Come join our Dr. Cabral Detox community and change your body, change your life. To take your $20 off, just enter the promo code APRIL20, all lowercase, at checkout.